United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSConnect.com. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day expected with entry close to final destination.
Alright, phone's up there, so I just remembered.
But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing limit license law 50 states. MLS consumer access. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve risk and loss.
Sales event is coming on a Juliet is led by Dodge and Oil. New York City Ram 1500 Bighorn for $296 per month. Van.Dodge.com. Former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app. You're listening to the best of Stoney and Jansen together on 97.1 The Ticket. Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, I believe. The NFL Draft, Round 1, 132. And John, you are listening definitely to ads. But yes, I'm related to this. You are listening to the books all the time. Yeah, you still got fake news. So Tyler St. John, who's the overwhelming choice to be the number one draft.
Well, and you touched on it briefly yesterday. This was developing while we were on the air. All of the sources is now a consensus that Trayvon Walker is now the better favorite to go number one overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which means the Detroit Lions will have the opportunity to draft I mean, you can write down the list, but this is the one that if you can look at from his one guy being purchased. And I'm very cautious to say one for that because always, they will then accuse us of, well, you only want him because he's local. I think the question is,
Well, what are the odds? The odds are
that Walker's odds went from plus 150 to minus 200. This was on Sunday night. And that was on Caesar Sportsbook. Then you look at BetMGM, it was 30 to 1. And all the sportsbooks, FanDuel, BetMGM, it doesn't matter where you look. Trayvon Walker is now the odds-on favorite to be the number one overall pick.
So who in Jackson is now leaking something out to the sports books?
Well, it depends. I think it depends on who you're talking to because there's 3 different entities in that franchise that want 3 different players.
Allegedly, you're right. It's
The
crazy.
owner wants Aiden Hutchinson.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka.
this. Doug Peterson, their head coach, wants Kayvon Thibodeau. And the GM, who is Trent Baalke, wants Trayvon Walker. And so I believe...
I thought Peterson wanted Ekwonu because he wanted to protect Trevor Lawrence. But anyway,
it doesn't matter.
There's
All
three
three of them
different-
want
three
different.
different-
There's three different voices, three
Right.
different wants.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it leaves us and everybody outside to believe that Jacksonville, post Urban Meyer, is still a dumpster fire. And they can't figure out what they want to do. They've got the number one overall pick for the second year in a row. Now, in the first year that they had the number one overall pick, it was a no-brainer.
Correct.
Trevor
It
Lawrence.
was their second first-round pick that they kind of had people's eyes go, really?
Yeah.
Right, it was Travis Etienne, right?
Yeah, Travis Etienne, yeah. The running back out of Clemson. He actually said that he wasn't happy he got hurt, but if there was a year that he was going to miss, it was the Urban Meyer year. But so they have all of this infighting as to who they're going to take, and most people believe that whoever they're going to pick, it's not going to be Aiden Hutchinson. It's most likely going to be Trayvon Walker because that's who Trent Baalke, the GM, wants, and with the history of him out in San Francisco, he's not going to pay attention to anybody else in the room, and I kind of somewhat back him on his pick because he's the GM.
Yeah.
That's his job description. Now, he needs to be able to have a conversation and a relationship with his coach to be able to take somebody that they believe is going to best serve their team.
If indeed it is taking the owner out of the equation, which I think is very difficult to do, but the coach and the GM.
Yeah.
And you said it was Thibodeau for Peterson.
Yes.
And Walker for Baalke.
Baalke, yep.
If that's the case, I think it's not that much of a philosophical difference where they can just, all right, fine, you win.
Right.
Because they basically play the same position. It's where you go to a different position where, one's offense, one's defense. That's where you really have a problem.
A major problem. And so all that leads us to, I think the number one overall pick is still a mystery. We have no idea what Jacksonville is really going to do, who's going to be making that pick. I believe the owner should 100% stay out of it, and that comes from my experience in Washington. But for number two, anybody that the Lions have really talked about is going to be on the board.
Mm-hmm.
And so if Aiden Hutchinson is not taken by the Jacksonville Jaguars, do you believe the Lions should take Aiden Hutchinson?
It's a tough one for me. It really is. I think he's going to be a really good player.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not a Hall of Famer. He'll make a few Pro Bowls. In just listening to whatever smoke is coming from Allen Park, that the Lions want to have a playmaker. A person who's going to be a difference maker.
Yeah.
And I think out of those three defensive players, although he does have warts, and we know about him.
They all have warts.
Yes. I think Thibodeau ceiling is the highest of any of them, and that's, I think I would roll the dice on him if I was the Lions. And look, and if they take Aiden, I'm not going to say, oh, bad pick or anything like that.
Right.
I think they're both really good football players. And I think some people make too much of the Georgia game when downgrading Hutchinson. And I think I sometimes, and you might be downgrading, Thibodeau for a little bit for the Utah games.
Well, yeah, but the difference is the S at the end of that sentence.
Yeah, I know.
Games.
Yes. But he did come back when he didn't have to. So that's why I look.
When did he come back when he didn't have to?
He didn't make us think about that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think if,
Yeah, he did that at the combine.
if you're
Yeah,
not
but
gonna,
I don't. But you're one who doesn't even care about the combine, so I don't care.
I care about his excuse. It's too long.
if you're not going to take Hutchinson at 2 and he falls to you, do you suddenly have trade value? I mean, I don't think
maybe.
anybody would have said a week ago that Aiden Hutchinson could get past 2.
So, do I think you have trade value? Certainly you do. However, the reports, again, these are reports coming out of Jacksonville, is that they've had no offers for the number 1 overall pick. So if there's no offers for the number 1 overall pick, why would there be any at number 2? No matter who
Correct.
Jacksonville takes.
Well, it may be a team like the Jets who want to hop up and get him. Make sure they get him.
Well, they could have done that.
They could have.
You got to give up less to get to 2.
Yeah,
What about the
but-
Giants?
Giants, I think the Giants want
But here's
Manu or even
the
Evan
thing.
Neal so badly. That they
Right,
would
there's
do that.
so many other, and when I say this, I'm not downgrading anybody that would go number 1 or number 2. There are so many other good players in the
Right.
draft. If you don't trade up to get a good player, you're still going to get a good player. That's the tough thing about this draft. Is that
Exactly.
there's a whole lot of really good players, but no one great.
Unless, to Tom's point, it only takes one, as we know. If there's one team that just, let's say it's Thibodeau, or let's say it's Aiden. I don't know if it's the Jets, the Giants, whatever, Carolina at 6, sitting there saying, we need Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden, if I had the number 1 pick, I would take Aiden Hutchinson. And you know what? To move up to 2, it has to cost me, a second-round pick, a very good second-round pick, and maybe a third-round pick. Each worth it. Yes, it's possible that happens. I would say it's highly unlikely.
Exactly. I agree. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
That it's not an impossibility. I'll just go back to when the Bears jumped the spot to get Trubisky.
I know.
My goodness.
What was it? What did they give up? A 2 and a 3?
Why'd they do it?
I know. That's,
They stay at 3 and take them or whatever.
exactly. 97 won the ticket.
April is Earth Month, and you can celebrate with the best playlist of songs about Mother Earth. Music from the Beatles, Childish Gambino, David Bowie, and many more. Search for One Thing Radio on the Odyssey app to listen. What's your one thing? WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. An exciting 8th inning turned sour for the Tigers during one wild play in the 9th when an easy out turned chaotic with the Twins down 4-3 and 1 out.
Base runners at third base, and Haas just lobbed it into left field. The Twins are going to win this game. Oh my goodness.
Dan Dickerson with the call right here on 97.1 The Ticket. The 2 base runners that were stuck score, and Minnesota got a 5-4 walk-off win on the error by Haas, who said that he lost the grip on a mud ball with the temperature in the 30s. Javi Baez just had given Detroit a 4-3 lead with a 3-run homer an inning earlier. Gregory Soto took the blown save and a loss after beginning the 9th with a pair of 4-pitch walks and a strikeout prior to that wild play. The Red Wings loss, much more straightforward. They were outshot and outscored by the Maple Leafs on the road, a 3-0 shutout as